Hi, my name is Sam Askey, and even though we're scrambling to bring you content and we're way behind, I'm still saying welcome to Big Blue News. Right off into the start, I'm going to pass it down to Bennett Johnson so he can give you the intel on the sports.
Spring sports have kicked off here at SGA, and here's an update on some of those sports. In baseball, the Warriors currently have a 3-4 record, going 2-2 in region play so far. 8th grader Jackson Harry currently leads the team in a batting average with a .455 average and a .600 on-base percentage in 15 plate appearances. Junior Ted Sasser and seniors Luke Benton and Parker Reaver are all tied with the most hits so far this year with a 7-piece. The golf team has had one match so far, and from the early responses to that match, they have seen great improvement from last season. The boys and girls JV track teams hosted Crisp and Westwood on March 14th, and both teams came away with the victory. The varsity track teams traveled to Tift area on March 13th and had some very good showings. Both teams had multiple top 3 finishes.
The 2019 tennis season is really off to a great start. Both the boys and the girls teams have worked very hard. They've been very dedicated to their practice times. It's really paid off for both. The girls are undefeated right now with 2 wins against Grace and 1 win against Seminole. The boys had 2 wins against Grace and 1 loss against Seminole. We play Westwood Academy tomorrow, and we're looking forward to continuing to build our program and to get better.
Nice. Now, SGA has a new addition to the sports lineup, the Southwest Georgia Academy Warriors video game team. I'm going to pass the torch to our very own Ethan Pham, who is also a member of the team, to give you the intel.
The SGA video game team, made up of sophomores Michael Turner and Amelia Harrell, and juniors Alexis Moore, Bennett Johnson, Casey Stewart, and myself, are at a 1-1 record. The team at this moment only plays the popular online game League of Legends.
Good deal. SGA recently sent out some of its students to state and region literary. Here are the results. Now it's time for the good old current event. We'll pass it on down to old Alexis Moore for this one.
Originally suggested in 2018, the U.S. Pentagon begins to prepare for the Space Force, a 6th U.S. military branch. It's unclear how many people will be a part of it or how much it will cost. However, March 22nd is the deadline for the planning crew.
Interesting. Now the moment we've all been waiting for, the BBN Alumni Spotlight. This episode, Miss Leanne Dalrymple. Here's the interview.
Okay.
So what's your morning routine?
Well, I've got 2 little ones, and so when I wake up, I usually get myself ready, and then I make sure they get ready and have breakfast, and we get everything that we need for the day and get out the door.
So when you were here, what was your favorite SGA lunch?
Hands down, the vegetable beef soup and peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
So what's your favorite movie right now?
Right now, my son, who's 6, he and I are watching a lot of Star Wars movies.
So do you have a favorite memory at SGA?
I have a lot of good memories from SGA. We took a lot of field trips. We did a lot of things together. But I think probably the most bittersweet one was graduating together with the people that I had been in school with for 14 years. That was just a special day.
So what was your favorite class?
So I would say Miss Sherry Newberry's journalism class. It was a little, I learned a whole lot about writing in general and how to put together a newspaper, but the classmates that I got to work with and the teacher that worked with me was just a blessing, and overall for 2 years that was probably my favorite class.
So do you have an embarrassing story at SGA?
I have several, but the one that stands out the most is when I was in elementary school. I came out of the double doors, running to PE, and I'm not sure how we were without a teacher or whatnot, and the bell had just rung. And so all the older students were changing classes, and it had rained that day. I think now there's like rose bushes there, but it used to just puddle up, and I just wiped out in front of everybody, and it was pretty embarrassing.
So do you consider SGA a second family?
Absolutely. For 17 years of my life, I spent 14 years here and a lot of long days here, so it was definitely a family to me.
So if you could give some students some advice today, what would it be?
I think most of us here at SGA are really fortunate to be here. I would just say to enjoy every moment, embrace having little to no worries, and to make the most out of each day because it will fly by.
So tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I am working for our family business, Quail Country. I help manage the lodge and the events out there, and it's located between Arlington and Leary, Georgia.
So what, in your opinion, makes this small town area so appealing to people?
It's different from most places. Having moved away for almost 10 years and coming back home, I appreciate the peacefulness of a small town. There's not too much going on, and that can be a good thing. A lot of people that come to Quail Country always just admire how quiet it is, how much we can get into nature out here, and things are just slower. People are a lot nicer too.
So how does it feel to be in the BBN Alumni Spotlight?
Very humbling.
Special thanks to Ms. Leanne for letting us interview her. And that looks like all the time we have for today. So in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.